Hi, I'm Monica, the Purple Box Organizer, and this is the second video in the series for the housekeeping renovation. If you did not see the first video, go back and watch that. It is entitled Housekeeping Renovation Day to Day in Your Home. Today's video, I'm going to talk about three things: your routines, your home systems, and planning for next week, okay? I was going to talk about scheduling, but I thought that was a little bit too much all in one video, so we're going to talk about that in a later video. And if you don't mind, I have my notes so that I follow what I'm going to say and I don't miss anything. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about your routines. I want you to write out a list of each of these things that you do in your home. Getting yourself ready for the day, your morning routine, getting the kids ready for the day if you have those in your home. During school, that's something that I need because I have kids here. So there's very specific things I can and can't do while they're doing their virtual learning. I have to kind of oversee that with the two young ones. If you have kids at school, great. And this is an opportunity for you to get probably even more done with them not in your home. After school, dinner routine, bedtime routine, your evening routine if you have things that you do once the kiddos are in bed, and then your bedtime routine. As they say, if there's anything that you do more than once, especially those things that are repetitive that you do on a daily basis, make a routine for them, make a system, and then I always say make a list or a chart for them. Okay, that is routines. All right, let's move on to home systems. Examples of these in your home would be a menu board, a running shopping list, the way you do dishes, the way you do laundry and run that through your home, the way you plan your day, your week, your month. Specifically scheduling, we are not going to talk about in this video. We'll cover in a later video. An example in our home for the menu would be, we have a menu board that just shows exactly what we're having for dinner. And then on the side of the fridge, we have two separate little whiteboards. And one shows the lunches that the kids have. And then at the bottom, they have the side options that are a fruit and a vegetable for each day. So I know exactly what I'm feeding them on Monday and Tuesday and so on and so forth. Taking the guesswork out of it. There are some days where we throw in a wrench and come up with a surprise or come up with something different or easy, or use leftovers if we need to make it simple. But just so that if I don't want to, I don't have to guess. I know exactly what I'm feeding my kids. And for dinner, we do the same thing. We state exactly what's for dinner, and then my husband puts the sides. Don't throw things at me. My husband does almost all of the dinners in our home. I am very blessed to not have to worry about very many dinners in our house. And that just helps us to know what's being cooked, what's going where, the ingredients that we need. We have on the side of the menu, the dinner menu whiteboard of what needs to be brought in from the garage, because we have a really nice system in our garage where we have an extra fridge, an extra freezer, and a deep freezer. My husband is a chef, so there's a lot of food in this house, but he knows he's got a rotating system that he figured out of when it comes in, we replace it and put it on the shopping list. If we're running low on something in the fridge, we know either to go out to the second fridge and replace it and then stick it on the shopping list if that needs to be replaced, okay? So these are just systems that we've created in our home that help us to not have to think as much about what we're planning, what we need next, and what we're almost out of, okay? If you, again, haven't watched day one, you'll want to go back and do that because I touch on dishes and laundry. And then we'll, again, go over scheduling more in a later video. All right, let's talk about planning your week. I want you to sit down first and work a menu. Wherever you start your week, that's what you're going to start your menu for, Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Saturday. Write out each meal that you're going to have for each day of the week. Don't overthink it. You do not have to just think of a new meal every single time that you sit down and write a menu. What you can do is do a specific meal for each day of the week and do 2 weeks worth of that, or a month of meals for your menu. That way it's not as repetitive, or it's not as much guesswork that you're trying to come up with. What are we going to eat tonight? Okay, nobody needs that stress. Get it planned out and make a menu, okay? As you make the menu, you can check ingredients that you have on hand or see that you have ingredients you need to get at the store and stick those on that working shopping list, all right? You'll also want to kind of check for staple items that you usually keep in your home: bread, cereal for the kids, bananas, fresh items that you can't always have a week's worth of, that you might have to get a couple of times during the week. Make note of those and make sure that they're on the shopping list, okay? Anytime we see that we're running low on something, we stick it on the list. There is no guarantee that by the time we are making the finalizations on the shopping list that we're going to remember that one thing or the three things that we were running low on and make sure it gets it to the list. As soon as you notice you're getting low on it, stick it on the list, okay? Your actual shopping. Plan ahead for when you are going to do your shopping, okay? However many stores you go to, however you do your shopping right now, if it's online, you get deliveries, or curbside pickup, plan when you're going to do that. Put your order in or stick it on your calendar of, I'm going on Monday morning to get my shopping done, so that you have it worked in your schedule. It doesn't get pushed to a day that you don't normally do it. And then it makes your schedule more hectic, or you're without certain ingredients for a specific meal, okay? Nobody wants that happening. No fun. And then I want you to gather your supplies for scheduling your tasks, making your schedule. This will be in your planner, or if you use a Trello board, your calendar on the side of the fridge where we keep all our family stuff. Gather your supplies and sit and do your scheduling, okay? And again, we're going to refer to another video of scheduling. Look for that soon to guide you in that, okay? I want you to go over your budget. Make sure that you're staying within your budget. If you don't have one, that's okay. Rewind and make a budget, whether it's just you, or it's you and your spouse, or you and whoever you're living with. Get the budget so that you are following it, you're on the same page. I'm a big believer in what Dave Ramsey says about making sure that you write it on paper. He says on paper on purpose, so that you know that every cent, every dollar is accounted for, and you are on the same page as your spouse. I personally feel like that's very important, to make sure you're both making those decisions and you both have a say in what you're doing for the budget. All right, next on planning your week is planning out your workout schedule. This is something that is just about ever changing for me, for what I've had to do with my injuries and with COVID happening and doing virtual learning for my kids. I've had to just work with it and change as I go, and sometimes I'm literally working out all day long because I'm just trying to fit in the different moves that I'm getting in from my physical therapy and different exercises, steal away to the garage and get the elliptical in for a little bit of time, and just make it work. So if you can, schedule it into your day and plan what workout you're going to do. I know a lot of people use apps, a lot of people use different YouTube or Chromecast something so that they can follow that. Figure out which one you're going to do on what days that you work out. Specify what days you're going to work out and have that already planned. That will save you so much time and actually ensure that you're going to do it, so that you don't have to think about, what should I do for my workout and which one should I do and how long do I have. It just saves you time in the long run, and this is one of the most important things that we can all fit in our days, okay? The next thing is refill medication. Take those bottles and put them in those pill sorters so that you have those, the Sunday through Saturday pill sorter, and you've got those all sorted out. It will tell you if you're running low on a medication so that you can reorder some or order online if you need to. If you need a bigger container where you have some that you take in the morning and afternoon and in the evening, they definitely have those. They are not expensive. Just invest in one so that you can be organized in that way and helping your health. Whatever you need, whatever you take in a day, that's what you can focus on as well as your workout, okay? Refill beauty supplies. This sounds way more fancy than it really is, but I want you to go around to wherever you get ready and all of the bathrooms and make sure there's soaps in the containers in the showers. any refills that you need for things that you're getting ready. Toothpaste and hairspray and brushes are up to date, and you have enough hair bands. Whatever you use, your cosmetic supplies and your beauty supplies to make you and the members of your household smelling good and clean and ready for the day, make sure you have enough of those. We have I think it's supposed to be a linen closet in our upstairs hallway. It's open concept because the doors were kind of broken when we moved in, so we just took them off. It's our open concept linen closet. But for the most part, we actually keep baskets of health supplies and beauty supplies and cosmetic supplies in there. And I just have them sorted out into what they do. So I have one that's like a face category. I have one that's a couple of them for the kids. So they have their shampoos and their needs in there, extra vitamins. I have them all sorted out so that when I'm out of them from the bathrooms or the getting ready area, I can go to that back stock. And if I take an item out of there to refill and I realize that's the last container of vitamins, I know I'm going to stick it on the shopping list, so I'm never completely out of that item, okay? Check the toiletries and the paper goods, like paper towels, toilet paper, Kleenex. Make sure that you have enough of those. And then also a back stock of like flu and cold items, medications that you would take there, or maybe some Sprite that you might want to have on hand. Just attend to those needs. Make sure you have those so that no one has to run to the store to get those when you're just not feeling well, okay? And then run around, you don't have to run, but I guess you could get your steps in. Go around and refill the soap containers. So to each sink area in your house, bathrooms, laundry room, kitchen sink, make sure your soap containers are refilled. Or if you just put a new one there. I like to use the foam soap holders, and I make my own soap and I refill it. Make sure those are ready. I also have 2 cleaners that I use on a daily basis, and I keep them under my kitchen sink. So I have a cleaner that I use for my tabletop. It also works for my floors. And then the second one is a kitchen cleaner I use for my countertops. They're not fancy, but it's a nice cleaner. If you want any of my cleaning products, I have that list. It's a free download on my website. You can just go and look under cleaning products, and you can print that off and see some of the cleaning products that I like, and some of them I use in my home, okay? Next on the items of getting ready for next week is make sure you've cleaned out your bags. Now for me, I like to do that, and I really try to keep up with that, of cleaning them out as soon as we get home. So when the kids come home from school, once upon a time when my kids went to public school, we would clean out their backpacks when they came home, their lunch bags when they came home. That way I know exactly what's in there. I know exactly what the expectations are from the teacher, and there's no surprises in their lunch boxes the next morning when I go to fill them, okay? So clean those out if you can that night. If you've gotten behind or you haven't had a chance to do that, that's when to do it, is when you're planning your week. Make sure all those bags, the gym bags, the sports bag, the diaper bags, whatever backpacks, lunch bags, your purse, and work bag. I hope I covered them all. Message me if I missed anything and I can stick it on my list here. Get those bags cleared out so that they can be a fresh start for the following week. All right, make sure you fill your pet foods and treats containers if you have pets in your home. We have a backstock of these as well, and so when we're planning for the week, we refill these, and if we notice, again, if there's any getting low, we stick it on the list. Our dog food we get at the Costco, and the cat food we actually order online, which is super nice because she's on a medication food, and so usually it's just the cans, but every couple of months we have to get the dry food that we mix with it as well, because you wanted to know that. All right, the next thing on the list is planning your outfits. Now this sounds like a very juvenile thing to do, and it is, but it will save you time. I like to set out my kids' outfits for the following week when it is Saturday, because we're not dealing with school and we have the time to do that. And I have a hanging organizer in their closet And so for them right now, we just need to set out pants, shirt, and a clean pair of underwear for them. And I just kind of fold them up nice and tight and stick them in there. And they just share. One is for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way down to Saturday. Okay. And that works for us. I have done that in my closet as well, and it works really well. If you don't have to think about what you're wearing in the morning when you're trying to realize or figure out what you're doing that day as well, and maybe you're running late and all these things against you, if you already have your workout outfit ready or your outfit for the day ready, you are golden. You are good to go. Okay, so make sure your outfits are set out. That will also tell you, like, oh, I am behind on laundry, so I need to get up on that as well. Okay, next is tidy the house. If you need a separate basket or a laundry basket that you don't use for laundry, but it is a laundry basket that can help you with this, it can work wonders. I have a working basket that I use when things have gotten a little crazy. I open it up because it's one of those collapsible ones, and I pick up everything off the floor that doesn't belong. You can clear surfaces, you can clear floors, make sure that basket gets emptied so you're not losing items, but this can just be a quick sweep around the house so that your house is tidy and ready for the next week. It feels like so good to have a fresh start getting into the next week instead of waking up Monday morning and there's stuff all over the floors and you just already feel behind and already feel stressed out, okay? All right, self-care. This is our last one that we're talking about. Anything that you prefer to do. These are things that are perfect to do on a Sunday or maybe whatever your day off is, okay? Self-care items. Take a bath, do some journaling, read a book, call a friend, paint your nails. Anything that you like to do that helps you relax, that helps you feel taken care of, helps you feel more rejuvenated and ready for the next week. That way we can hit the ground running when Monday morning comes, okay? We want to be able to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. I know self-care is a huge thing that we talk about now, and it's easier to talk about than actually do. But if we're taking care of ourselves, then it's easier for us. Most of us who are watching this is moms or working ladies. It's easier for us to take care of other people if we're taking care of ourselves and if our needs are being met. It's really important to make sure that we do that, okay? So we can be 100% for those other people in our households or in our lives that we serve, okay? Again, this is a free print off on my website. If you go to www.purpleboxorganizer.com, you can print this off under downloads, planning the week, and super fun and thoughtful. At the very bottom, there are motivational words for you. It says, have an awesome week. Be yourself, be kind, be bold. So thoughtful of me. I hope you found this helpful, and reach out to me if you have any questions or if there's anything that I can do for you. We'll see you in the next video. All right, here's today's thought for our mindset. Don't wait for inspiration and motivation, because if you do, you're not going to get much done. I do not wake up every morning and think, I cannot wait to make my bed and clean my house and get so much done. I am not a morning person, so it is hard to get me out of bed and get me going for the day. So I can't wait for those moments of being inspired or those moments of being really determined and motivated. It doesn't happen naturally to most of us. If it happens for you, awesome. I would love some tips. For the most of us, we have to just decide that we're going to do it and get it done. Make a plan, take action, get it done. You can do it. I know you can. Hey, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below so that you don't miss out on any further videos. I can't wait to see you in the next one.